All right, let's get some predictions out of the way so we can put Fight Camp 2021 to bed. Obviously, tonight being the final evening, week 3, 1 week shorter than obviously last year's event. And as I've said in previous videos, thoroughly underwhelming. And yes, I know it's $199 a month, but come on, let's just review the undercards as we would any undercard and main event. And that is obviously, I think, the most disappointing thing about the final week. Josh Buatsi versus this Ricards Bolotniks, if I pronounced the name correctly. So obviously, look, Buatsi's last 2 fights, he was fighting against people that at least had an undefeated record. This guy's 18-5-1. I mean, if that's not a step back, then I don't know what is. And obviously, as you all know, it's not for a world title fight either. It's just for another WBA trinket belt. And I don't really know where Joshua Buatsi is. Similar to Conor Benn. I mean, after tonight, he would have had 15 fights. I expect him to deal with this Bolotniks inside the distance as well. So after 15 fights, I don't know where he's going. Surely he would have fought for a world title by now at light heavy if they had any faith in him. Are they just keeping him parked up and fighting road sweepers and binmen until obviously one of those belts becomes vacated, similar to what they've done with Lawrence Okolie at cruiserweight? Potentially. They could be waiting for obviously people like Beterbiev to hang up his boots, which I can imagine is not going to be too much longer. So look, I don't know. Buatsi for me, he's not very endearing. He's not very charismatic, is he? I don't even know too much about him. And that's on him. That's on him and the promoter as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see what he does tonight, and then maybe we'll do another video on it tomorrow. But look, as far as the rest of the card, look, you've got guys like Hopey Price, Selfa Barrett, Joe Cordina, Cash Farouk. Look, these guys aren't going to be losing to their opponents tonight, okay? And there was a few people complaining that I was dissing Cordina and Selfa Barrett in the last video. Look, there's some individually good fighters on this card, but against who they're fighting and the card overall as a package, this is underwhelming. This is the weakest fight camp from 2021, and there could be an argument to say this is the weakest card of both fight camps. Just my opinion. All right, I'll be glad once this is done, and come September, we're back in arenas with full crowds in attendance. And look, if the DAZN subscription goes up, which I believe it will go up this year, I don't believe it's going to be 2022. When it does go up, and I think it's safe to say, I think I said before that it'll probably jump up to maybe £5-6 first, and I can see them maybe capping it for now around $9.99. But I think that'll be way into 2022 when that happens. But I think after Fight Camp, and they've done a few UK shows, I can see the price going up to maybe £5-6. And then we'll see if people start changing their opinion on the quality of the cards based on how much they're paying a month. Because at the moment, that's all people keep saying. Oh, it's $199 a month. Oh, it's $199 a month. Okay, right. Well, these are still 3 UK shows which are supposed to entice people into investing into this platform. So there's people saying, oh, well, you know, they're not putting out obviously megastars. And I don't expect megastars, by the way. I'm not expecting an Anthony Joshua or a Dillian Whyte to be on these shows. Dillian Whyte obviously was last year, but that was box office. So I'm not expecting, say, a Joshua or Dillian Whyte to appear on these 3 weeks. But I am expecting people better than what we've got, and fighters that both the casual and hardcore audience both know. Because if you're not putting good fights on for these 3 fight camps, why is anyone going to sign up? I think maybe they might have played it too safe, and it could potentially backfire, because I'm not really sure how many people would have got on board with DAZN Matchroom after these 3 weekends. But look, that's just one man's thoughts. I'll be glad, like I said, once it's all done. Might just have most of it on mute tonight and just watch it in the background. The only saving grace I would say is that Laura Woods is on presenting duties tonight, which should make the main discussion part of the show a bit more bearable. Nothing personal against Marjam. I'm sure she's a nice lady, but she knows nothing about boxing, and I find a lot of her comments really cringe. So let's see what the new presenter does. I expect that they will change a lot of the roles around in the upcoming weeks or months. I think there's been a bit of backlash towards some of the presenting and the commentary duties. So we'll see what happens tonight, guys. Are you looking forward to it? Do you see any of these away fighters actually winning tonight? I see all of the home fighters winning their fights tonight. And what have you thought overall? Do you think the September shows are going to be a vast improvement? Are you looking forward to seeing actually fights back in arenas rather than in Bazza and Eddie's back garden? Let me know in the comments, smash the thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Thanks.